Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a replay in the AMX-30 Tier 9 French medium tank. I'm going to be platooned with Atheno and Spandex, Atheno in his Object 7772, and Spandex in his WZ-120 Chinese medium. We're on Sand River, and this is going to be a Tier 10 game. Now, I believe this is my first ever video in the AMX-30. Quick spoiler alert, I love this tank. Now, in this game, I'm not stock, but I do have the stock gun. And the whole point of this video, what we're going to talk about today, is this tank's stock gun. So, this tank has an amazing stock gun. Now, that doesn't mean it's good as a stock vehicle, because this tank is very slow, or well, very unmaneuverable stock. So, for example, in a game, there was a dead tank corpse, and there was an Object 257 Russian Heavy in front of me. I tried to run around the dead tank to avoid him, but my tank turned and traversed so slowly that the Russian Heavy tank could actually traverse faster than me. So this maneuverability is terrible stock, but the gun is what makes this thing a nice grind. And what do I mean? This thing gets only two guns. The stock gun, which is 100mm, and the fully upgraded 105. And it's a pretty long way to get to the 105mm gun, so you have this stock one for a while. But this stock 100mm gun has 300 alpha, which is decent, and 232mm of standard penetration. It's your kind of typical high-tier French 100mm gun. Now, why is that important? 232. Well, that's really nice penetration for a stock gun. The Russian Heavies, the T10, the ST1, when I used to grind those, have 175 standard pen and 217 premium pen. Now, they're heavy tanks, so, you know, not really good comparison. Well, the E50 at Tier 9, the E50's fully upgraded gun only has 220mm of pen, and the highest penetration of any of the E50's guns is the Panther II gun 88mm, which has 223. So the MX-30's stock gun has more standard pen than an E50 on any of its guns. And now, obviously, it's common sense that if you can pen people, you're going to have better games. But not just that, if you can pen people, you can kill people. If you can kill people, you get XP. And if you can get XP, you can get upgraded quicker. So, as far as this grind went, it was kind of like the E50, to where I didn't even mind using this stock gun. All I really wanted at the start was to get the mobility upgrade. So I wanted the engines, and I wanted the brand new track to let me traverse a bit quicker. And I think I said just now, at the end of this game, I think I actually unlock the next set of tracks, which I think you'll see at the end. But right now I'm just sniping, because as well as nice penetration and nice alpha, the stock gun actually gets really nice accuracy as well. Really allowing you just to get reliable damage in. And what I'd recommend is, this is a medium that doesn't have most armor, although it is pretty trolly. You can actually pull off some bounces, and you will see that later. But it's very mobile when fully upgraded, and not the best armored. So what you want to use is, you can relocate to a position where you can just get shots in, and you can play a little bit more aggressive if you want, but I would recommend, if you're stock, use the gun that can actually pen and hit people, and play a kind of support tank role. You just want to snipe it in, get yourself some damage, get yourself some kills, and get yourself some XP. And then once you're upgraded, then you can play a little bit more aggressive. That'd be my advice. Now, I'm running back because there's a whole bunch of enemies on the A line. So, I'm going to try and deal with them. There is an artillery in play, which is very scary for me, because there's a position I have in mind that I want to use, and I'm not sure if it's going to be particularly great with artillery in play. Now, just behind the sand dune here, I've got cover to my right, so they cannot shoot me, and I can aim towards the A1 line. Now, there's a standard B and a Super Conqueror over there, which is not great, and an M46 Patton. Well, right now it's just a standard B and the M46, but there's a lot more people coming, trust me. Staying on the move, because artillery plus, you do have a big cupola on this vehicle. It's not the biggest cupola ever. Again, there's something standard B, because it's a much easier pen than the 257. And I'm also moving, because even though I can go hold down here, I'm just worried that the cupola on my tank is sticking up above it. So just in case, I'm going to keep moving backwards and forwards. But, as I said, if you keep moving backwards and forwards and they miss, your turret, because of the shape of it, can actually bounce a few shots. Now, there's an E75 and a Super Conqueror have joined the fight over here with a 277. So the APCR, a 257. So I'm loading APCR here, and I'm sure no one blames me for that. There is all kinds of shit over here. Now their artillery's still alive, which again, I'm keeping an eye on, because once their artillery's dead, I can move a bit differently. E75's caught out. I'm trying to go for the drive wheel shot to keep him tracked, which is working excellently, because we do have teammates here, and the 261 actually finishes him off. Now, I take a shot from the Super Conqueror, that's fine. I've still got a fair few hit points left. The Standard B is on the lowest amount of health, so if I could get him out, that would be nice, but the Super Conqueror's keeping a constant eye on me. I bounced the Standard B, and I bounced the Super Conqueror there off my turret. So see, it's not just like auto, like, it's not just overmatch pans. And I would definitely say, again, I want to make this clear, I'm not saying this thing has good armor, but it's definitely a lot more reliable to bounce than a Leopard prototype, for example. So it's a little bit more forgiving in that sense. And it isn't just this game, I actually get the odd bounce off my turret and hull quite a lot, if I'm honest, in this, for how lightly armored you think it would be. Now, Super Conqueror's in a really bad spot. I've got this side shot on him, and I do manage to pick him up. And now it's time to push. Standard B on low health. I've loaded in the standard rounds now. Unfortunately, as we're all racing over, the 261 who helped me with the E75 earlier also picks up the Standard B. So the 261 has been very useful, and that was looking quite scary, what I was doing there. My position would only work if I had support from the team. But you see, the stock gun, I did use some premium rounds, mind you, because E75 and whatnot, but the stock gun has enough pen on the standard and premium to where I was able to deal with that. If I was in E50 with a stock gun, that would have been a much more difficult fight. The other thing about this tank is decent gun depression at 8 or 9 degrees, I can't remember, one of the two, but either way it's good gun depression. Even stock, although it has the terrible traverse speed, it can still get up to a decent top speed, so you have that going for you. Decent view range, especially when you get the top turret. Overall, this tank is just a gem, and when you get it fully upgraded, one of the best tier 9 tanks in game. And you will see fully upgraded videos later down the line, but just trust me, the AMX-30 is a keeper. And the last kill actually gets picked up by the 261. He was having a bit of a blinder of a game. So I came top of the team. 261 comes second. Super Conqueror comes third. And as I said, this is a basically fully stocked vehicle. 3,500 damage, 1,100 assistance, 3 kills, 600 blocked. And then right at the end, when I come back to the personal screen, you'll see I do unlock the next track, which lets me turn a bit faster. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.